Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to A Late Gamer. I'm your host, A Late Gamer, and it has been a minute, but Lord, let me tell you all, I basically had an insane couple of weeks where essentially I went super ham in the Rooster Teeth store before it shut down, RIP Rooster Teeth, and essentially I shot everything back to back to back, and after that, I was just down for the count. So, this will be the first video post the Shopping Apocalypse 2024. It was amazing. This was not part of the Shopping Apocalypse 2024, but today we are reviewing the RWBY Arrowfell Collector's Edition along with the regular base model PS5 version. As you can see, I actually have a variant copy that was sold on the Rooster Teeth store very briefly. Actually, it may have been limited run now that I'm saying that out loud. It was previewed on the Rooster Teeth store as an announcement and eventually sold on the limited run website. That variant copy was limited to 1,000 copies, if I remember correctly. So if you have any desire to purchase this game and you see that out in the wild, definitely get your hands on it if you are a Rooster Teeth fan and you want a variant copy. All of limited run stuff is a pain in the butt to get your hands on sometimes. And up to this point, it has been pretty cool. Just in general, learning all the ins and outs of a limited run. As you are seeing, this is a t-shirt with Team BRIR on the front. This was also limited to the limited run store. That was a purchase that you had to purchase separately. And so we're just going to go through this unboxing. I was pleasantly surprised to see how small this was. I got the Nintendo Switch Collector's Edition, and I ended up getting a PS5 copy post third party on eBay. Luckily, the discs versions of these games were not super expensive. You can get one for about retail, and there's also an Asian copy on Play Asia that you can get that it will run you about 35 bucks. So don't pay an arm and a leg for these games. Individually, they were all about 35 bucks, including the variant copy. I've seen secondhand retailers upselling the variant copy for like 85. You could probably haggle with them. They have not been a hot commodity as it's literally the identical game, but just a different cover. And it's a reverse cover too, if I remember correctly. But let's jump into all the fun shenanigans we're looking at here. This is the card that came with the copy of this game. Every game from Limited Run comes with some sort of collector's card, which is really neat. It's a fun touch, and usually there are two versions of each card. There is a gold version and a silver version. There's not much difference other than the hollow foil that they use, as you will see here shortly. These cards were also specifically introduced with this game. I got all four of them, and I'm pretty sure that's why it took so long for it to get to me. I pre-ordered this at the beginning of 2023, and it got to me maybe a month ago as of the recording of this video. So maybe, let's see, it's May right now, so probably April was when it got to me. These cards are awesome. It was totally worth the wait. The t-shirt, retrospect, super soft. Highly recommend it if you see it out, but Limited Run typically does not do other prints, so when you see it, you gotta grab it. The games, on the other hand, are usually pretty standard, unless it's something that goes for, you know, if it's sold out really quickly, in which case just be on your A game if it's a video game that you are looking to get your hands on. These are all three cards with Team BRIR. It appears I got one gold variant and the others are all silver. But these are pretty easy to find. People resell them on eBay all the time. So if you're looking to get a specific set, keep your eye out on eBay. Starting from left to right, we have got the RWBY Arrowfell variant cover. We've got the PS5 PS5 version, and then we also have the Nintendo Switch Collector's Edition with the base regular copy of RWBY Arrowfell. There is no difference between all of these except for the variant cover. They all come with the exact same game, except for, if I remember correctly, the variant cover does come with a different card that was not featured in any of the other games, which you are seeing now currently. So I will show those off here momentarily. Limited Run knocks it out of the park every time. They really, you get your money's worth with this group. They redo everything from the ground up. They do a reverse cover for every single game. They do a manual. They really, thought and care goes into these. And if you have gotten video games from the bygone era of when they used to have manuals in them, it was such a treat, and I absolutely loved going through those manuals. So we will go through all the stuff here, all the goodies inside, just so you all can take a peek and see what you're getting into. Every copy will have the exact same manual. They may not have the exact same card, but they do have the same stuff on the inside. From what I can tell, I'm pretty sure, yeah, they're all the same in terms of like some stuff is colored, some isn't. I do like how it emphasizes, though, the specific, like what they want you to focus on, whereas all the stuff in the background is grayed out. This is really cool. It shows you all the characters in the game. I'm really excited to learn more about Team BRIR. I do not know much about them, other than the fact that they were featured in the Grimm campaign, which was a Rooster Teeth D&D RWBY style podcast. Which, total side note, there was a group that has developed a Rooster Teeth archive website. So if you missed out on any of the lovely Rooster Teeth shows, you can go to that URL, which I will leave in the description below, and it is a backup of everything Rooster Teeth had to offer on their website. It's super easy to navigate. And if you're a Rooster Teeth fan and want to binge any of their content, it's all there. So definitely go check it out. Link in the description below. But moving forward, we have got the PS5 version. I am a Nintendo Switch, well, Nintendo/Sony fanatic right now, and the only one I did not get was the Xbox version of this game. That one I have been seeing on the secondhand market go for a little bit more, only because I'm assuming that the Xbox copy was not as highly sought after. I could be wrong, but I have been seeing it go up there. So if you have an Xbox and you want a physical copy of this game, definitely get your hands on it as soon as possible, because it will only go up in value. But again, it's RWBY, so it's kind of hit and miss when it comes to these things. I was kind of bummed because the disc for this came out of its thing, so I'm glad I opened it. I almost didn't. The thing that I love about Limited Run is that they make the manual the same size as the game you're buying. So if it's Switch, it'll be Switch sized. If it's a PS5 or Xbox copy, it will be the correct size of the thing, so it will fit in those lovely little holders. And last but not least, we are getting into the collector's edition of the game. This will be the exact same for all of them, the Xbox, the PS5, and the Nintendo Switch. No matter which variant you get, the game is inside. So do not fret if you get it and you only see that and you're like, where's the game? Because sometimes Limited Run would ship the game separately. Same thing for some other companies, depending on if you get the collector's edition of game. But the actual game cartridge and the actual case is on the inside, as you will see here shortly. I really enjoyed this packaging. The little details were amazing. They put all the RWBY logos on here, so top to bottom. And to view the other two, you do have to open the bottom, which I will do here momentarily, because I really wanted to make sure they did that little detail. That was really neat. And I love the way that they package these things. I mean, everything has got a spot, nothing gets smushed, and they go back together fairly easily. So if you're one of those people that likes to keep everything together in the box the entire time it's on a shelf, you will have no problem getting it back in said shelf. So right off the bat, after you pull everything out, we have that lovely little cover for some of the stuff that wasn't the same size. We have got the RWBY Arrowfell CD, which is the original game soundtrack, physical copy. This soundtrack is available on all streaming platforms as well, so Apple Music, Spotify, etc. So you can find it if you don't want to have to open the disc. I will open the disc because I was very curious. This collector's edition comes with a really cool RWBY Arrowfell coin and a plastic stand. I'm not the biggest fan of these, but I'm starting to get into it because right before Rooster Teeth ended, they were selling a bunch of these. So I have a ton of RWBY acrylic stands. One interesting note about this one is that after I opened it, and it's super interesting, but it actually was scented. I don't know if they meant to do that or if it was kind of a cool gimmick, but the acrylic stand was scented. Also, as you can see here currently, I kind of just compared the two. On the right, you will see the base regular cover for Arrowfell compared to the original. They only made a variant for the Nintendo Switch. Again, 1,000 copies, only Nintendo Switch got a variant cover, everything else did not. As far as I know, all the reverse covers are completely the same. It shows the inside, aka the map of the game. Everything that came on the inside, you get the cartridge or disc, depending on which edition you got. You get the manual. Everything's completely the same. Also, after some finagling, I was able to see the other two Team RWBY logos on the bottom of the box. Super cool. One thing I did note, though, is that they only showed 2 of the 4 team members from Team BRIR on the outside of the box. So I was kind of curious if they meant to display the other 2 somewhere on the box and just either forgot or ran out of space. But kind of a cool little nifty thing. They did all the RWBY logos, and then they also did 2 of the 4 team members for BRIR. So super neat. All right, and now we are jumping into the RWBY Arrowfell CD. This is the plastic removed just to save us some time because, good Lord, I opened it on its own and they really wanted that thing to be sealed until the end of time. It was a pain in the butt to get off. So here it is, opened here momentarily. The outside is super awesome. If I can get it to show it. Come on, dang camera. There we go. God, getting a camera to focus these days. And then on the inside, absolutely love the attention to detail here. That is the back of the cover. It's not a booklet, so if you want to pull that out, don't worry, you're not missing anything. Absolutely love the print on the CD. That was super neat. The back is super clean. Really love that. So that is super neat. And they also did a cool little attention to detail thing. When you close the disc, the picture actually completes itself. So you would have to actually pull out the panel on the left in order to get the full picture, but I did not feel like dealing with that. So here is the CD, which is super nifty. Absolutely love the logo. I have a feeling this is me before I've even played any of the games. So I have a feeling we will be seeing that in said game. And now let's take a look at the poster we got. Here is the poster that comes with the game. On the back, we have got Team BRIR, and this thing is massive. It almost took up my full desk. If I had to guess rough estimates, it's probably 18 by 20, but don't quote me on that. I may put it in the description and post. So that way, if you all do get this, you know what size if you're trying to frame this. It is dual-sided, and this is the entire map of the game. I cannot wait to play this game. It looks so cool. And here is the commemorative, Lord, I cannot talk while I'm doing this, commemorative RWBY Arrowfell coin. This thing was also super in there. I was like, okay, cool. There's a cool little flap to make sure this is super secure. This is a heavyweight coin. I mean, it's a solid chunk of metal. But again, the attention to detail is just amazing, and getting my camera to focus will be the bane of my existence moving forward. On the front, you've got the RWBY logos along with RWBY Arrowfell, and on the back, you have got Team BRIR's symbol along with the consistent symbol that we keep seeing across all of Arrowfell up to this point. And here is the acrylic stand. I swear to God, this thing smelled like soap, like really good Bath and Body, or like whenever you go near a soap aisle and it hits you. I don't know what was going on, if that's like an inside thing, or maybe it was just near some really nice scented stuff. This thing was scented for me, and I like double checked. I checked the packaging. Everything did not smell except for the plastic on the inside of this thing. So it smelled amazing. I don't know if that was a fun thing they did, but it's badass. It looks amazing. I highly recommend it. Even if you were just getting it for the acrylic stand, get this version of the game. And just a quick overview of everything we went over. I am also going to be doing an opening as a cool bonus of the RWBY Grimm Eclipse Definitive Edition. I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to do this in this video because I knew it was already going to be hecka long to begin with. So never late than never, but feel free to skip around. But we're gonna jump into the PS5 really quick just so you all can see what it looks like when you put the disc in for the first time. This is for RWBY Arrowfell. We'll do just a quick overview of what you see when it comes up. And at one point during when I was filming this, I was like, is this gonna be a copyright issue? And then I was like, I honestly have no idea what the state of things. So technically, Rooster Teeth is down. Please don't come for my video. Please don't come for me. I don't own any of this stuff. I'm just trying to show what happens for other fans that might want to get this video. Oddly, this game is super small. Was not expecting that at all. But given the 2D, 3D pixel type things, it shouldn't be surprising. Yeah, if I remember correctly, it takes up about 2 gigabytes, as you are seeing on screen right now. Combined with my high-speed internet, and this was not on a wired connection. This thing installed in about a minute and a half, give or take. So enjoy my PS5 totally devouring this install. And now that's done, we are going to go into the application itself. And I don't remember what happened here. Oh, that's right, it was still copying. And then I clicked on it, and they really, again, did a great job. I just won't shut up about it. I'm so hyped with the way this game turned out. I really hope they do more RWBY games because I really enjoyed the Amity Arena mobile game. And I feel like it would be an amazing video game franchise if they did something RWBY. The digital copy of this game is $30. The physical copy is $35. So really good on pricing. And it's actually got a 4.32 as of the recording of this video. now that that is over with, we are going to jump really quickly into RWBY Grimm Eclipse, the Collector's Edition. I waited a full 2 or 3 years to actually open this game, literally for RWBY Arrowfell Collector's Edition. I got this during the pandemic, believe it or not, and just never opened it. Why? Because I am a glutton for punishment when it comes to waiting to open things. Plus, it's so pretty. It's like when it's factory sealed, do you really want to open it? I think I got this pretty much almost for MSRP. Shout out to the seller who sold this to me on eBay. If you ever watch this video, thank you for selling it to me for MSRP, because I missed out on this game originally, and I kicked myself ever since for not spending the $99 to originally buy it. This game has fluctuated in prices over the last couple of years, specifically for this edition. The regular base game will run you about $45. It does not sell for very much. I bought this game back on Steam back in 2013, maybe 14, when it was originally on Steam, and you could only get it on Steam and nowhere else. Like, I dual booted my personal MacBook solely so I could try playing this game, and my 2015 MacBook, now that I'm saying that out loud, it was definitely 2015, somewhere in there, could not handle the game. It still can't. It's it needs a better processor and more RAM. But anyway, that's besides the point. The Nintendo Switch can handle this game, and there is a digital-only version of this for Xbox and PS5, if I remember correctly. There is not a definitive edition as of the recording of this video. Hopefully they will make one in a digital format for PlayStation and Xbox at some point down the road. But here are all the fun goodies that are inside. We have a cool shadow box that has got a really cool silver plate. If I remember correctly, they are all numbered. You will see reference, yes, there it is, the silver plate on the left-hand corner. It's a commemorative plate and it's on the frame, but I got really exhausted during the filming of this video, so I do apologize, but we do not actually pull the frame out of the video. It is actually being displayed in its box on a shelf right now, so it looks exactly like that. I was like, it looks awesome. I don't even want to take it out. I love the packaging. This thing is amazing. I've seen people split the goodies from this across the internet. So if you see anything that you've got in your possession, it probably came from this. There are some really neat goodies on the inside. I don't know if you all will already notice, but this thing is significantly bigger than the collector's edition for RWBY Arrowfell. This thing is massive, but it's also to accommodate a picture frame and a bunch of other goodies. This is the base game. There were no variant covers of this as far as I know. The definitive edition essentially contains Team Juniper and all of the different skins that were released as DLC, which you have to purchase separately if you're on Xbox or PS4. There is no PS5 or Xbox Series X/Series S update as of the recording of this video, but who knows, there may be one down the road. The collector's edition of this game came with the picture box, some really cool pins, a red crescent rose metallic keychain, along with stickers, and I think a poster? I'm not 100% sure, but we will see it here momentarily. We will go through all the fun things. I will not actually be taking any of the pins out because you can actually see them fairly well through their plastic. This keychain is so cool. I am obsessed with all of the custom weapons. It looks amazing. And the pins, the high quality of these pins, so cool. I wish Rooster Teeth would have done some pins like this because I feel like they would have sold really well, but that's just my 2 cents. And here are 3 pages of stickers that were included. It contains all 4 Team RWBY characters, a bunch of hexagon shapes, and what looks to be RWBY's semblance just here and there. Those models look rough, not gonna lie. But if I remember correctly, this was a fan game that got totally elevated to actual game status. So kudos to the fan that made this. There are stickers of all of the weapons and also the updated versions of Team RWBY. So if I had to guess, those must have been the original skins. Those are the new updated ones for their time skip look, and those are the original ones for their original looks. So they're interesting, especially RWBY's face. Like, what is going on with her face? And here is the Grimm Eclipse Definitive Edition poster. This came inside the box as well. There is another poster variant, but it was not released with this game. I want to say it was for backers, like early backers. I think you can find it on the RWBY wiki, if I remember correctly, but that is something else. And basically the only difference is it's got the villain on the cover, if I remember correctly. Here's a quick unboxing of what comes inside the actual Nintendo Switch case. Was super excited to finally open this. The cartridge looks exactly like the front of the box, just minus Team RWBY. And it came with, what else? A manual. Super excited to show this to you all. And now you're probably wondering, why did I wait? I was like, why do one cartridge at a time when I can do both? So here's me putting in RWBY Grimm Eclipse into the Switch for the first time, along with RWBY Arrowfell. And just for good measure, I pulled it up on Steam on my ancient MacBook that I can't let go of because memories. But as you can see, those leaves falling in the background, yeah, those are going extra slow. Initial first time you launch this game does take a minute, especially on this system. So be patient, and here in a second it will come up, but pretty much every load time after that, I want to say, is a little bit quicker. So yeah, I'm super excited to play this on the Switch. It's going to be so much fun. 10 years in the making. Last but not least, we have got the RWBY Arrowfell going in the old Switch OLED, soon to be old whenever Nintendo decides to get their stuff together. It does the exact same thing across all consoles, nothing different. So we'll just sit back and enjoy the ride. But that is going to do it for me today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, LA Gamer. If you had any questions about anything I went over in this video or anything about any specific things, feel free to put them in the comments below. But until next time, I will see you on the flip side. Peace.